Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dears. In this video we will be discussing what is stylistics. Stylistics is linguistic analysis of a text. We can say that the study of literature through linguistic point of view is called stylistics. When we study literary text and we apply linguistic theories in order to interpret that literary text, it is called stylistics. When we say text, what do we mean by that? Which text? Here, text may include a poem, and when we go for literature analysis linguistically, we treat literature as text. Literature as a whole is text. That might be poem or any other literary piece. When we focus on literary criticism of literature, then we treat literature as discourse. But the combination of both literature as text and literature as discourse is what stylistic does. Now it becomes very simple. Linguistic analysis of literary text is one aspect. It is the linguistic analysis. The critical analysis of a literature, it treats literature as discourse. Now the combination of both these, treating literature as text and as discourse, is what stylistic does. Many writers believe that stylistics is discipline, but Buddhism believes that stylistics is neither a discipline nor a subject. It is like a mediation point between discipline and subject. It is a mediation point. It relates subject with discipline, subject language with discipline linguistics, subject literature with discipline criticism. He further says, I want to define discipline as a set of abilities, concepts, ways of thinking associated with a particular area of which one inquires. Biochemists, linguists, literary critics, for example, all follow certain principles of inquiry which characterizes different disciplines. Discipline is a broad area, it is a vast area, it is an area where the learned principle, acquired principle at subject level are applied practically. Here, things are criticized, analyzed, and interpreted. While at subject level, we learn principles, we learn the basics. Subject is that from which it is derived, like subject is derived from discipline. Discipline provides material from which subject are derived. Because discipline is a broader term, English language is subject. You are reading different subjects in your schools, English language, math, science. Science includes chemistry, biology, physics. But as you go on, subject will go on, move towards discipline. You talk something general, then you go to specify it. This is the difference between what subject is and what discipline is. By stylistics, Widdowson says, I mean the study of literary discourse from a linguistic orientation, and I shall take the view that distinguishes stylistics from literary criticism on the one hand and linguistics on the other hand, is that it is essentially a means of linking the two and has yet at least no autonomous domain of its own. Stylistics, however, involve both literary criticism and linguistics. As its morphological makeup suggests, the style component relating it to the former and the aesthetic component to the latter. Now, he says that stylistics is different from literary criticism. Criticism is based on the literary insight of a critic, while stylistic analysis is based on linguistic evidences. When you interpret literature, you provide linguistic evidences for your interpretation. This is what stylistician does, while a critic also provides evidences, but those evidences are based on his literary understanding and literary insight. Halliday defines stylistics as the linguistic analysis of literary text. According to him, stylistician can comprehend literary text through a comprehension of their language structure. Literary text is seen to consist of patterns and properties which are part of language. Those patterns of language can be at level of arrangement of graphic and phonic symbols, the lexicogrammatical patterns, and the semantic or pragmatic patterns. First of all, Graphological presentations are phonological representations are there, symbols are there, words are there, sounds are there. Then these words and sounds are grammatically patterned according to different rules, and then they provide meaning to the reader or the listener. So a stylistician focuses on the text and the language of literature because he is a kind of linguist. His focus is on the structures of language. The goal of stylistics is to show why and how the text means linguistically. Language is subject and linguistics is the discipline. Same as literature is subject and literary criticism is discipline. Now, stylistic mediates these 2 points. At subject level, it is related to language and literature. At discipline level, it is related to linguistics and criticism. So, we can say that stylistics is the study of literature in which the focus is on language. Linguistic theories are applied on the language of literature in order to criticize that literature. So, it is stylistics. Now he has given an example. A painting to a learner is nothing but use of colors, but a critic may find a hidden message behind that painting. Further, when a non-verbal message is written into a verbal message, it further gives forms to understand this is possible through literary criticism. Primarily, critic concerned is with message of a literary piece, which a writer wants to convey. Linguists direct attention to how language is used in that literary piece for conveying that very message. This is what stylistic is. Thank you so much for watching.